loves, welcome back to part 2 of our No Spend August video series. I'm super excited today because I'm going to be sharing with you guys 3 tips to help you earn some extra income during your no spend month. Now let's be honest here, a no spend month is an awesome idea, but if you're really tight on income and say you're trying to get started with the baby step process, like you're trying to earn the initial $1,000 or save the initial $1,000 for your baby emergency fund, or you're just trying to get your first debt paid off, and maybe it's small or maybe it's large, but you can't figure out how to get it paid off, and so you decide to do a no spend to go ahead and get started in that process. Or maybe you just want to do a no spend like I did to help you give you a little extra motivation for the step of baby steps that you're on. So in any situation that you're in, you're probably wanting to earn a little bit of extra income as well as save some extra income that you would usually be spending on a particular budget category, right? So I'm super excited today to share with you guys 3 tips that I have and that we've used to help us to get past each baby step, or get a notch in each baby step journey that we're on. So when we first started, and my husband and I sat down and we decided to go ahead and commit to the baby steps and start with our $1,000 emergency fund, I literally had no idea where we were going to get $1,000 from. Like, we barely had enough money to pay our bills, let alone put extra money aside. It was absolutely crazy. It was the craziest idea. And I just remember thinking, this is going to take us a year. It's going to take us forever. Well, it ended up taking us, I want to say, about 6 weeks to get our $1,000 emergency fund in place. And there were a few things that happened during that time. My husband received a bonus at work. I received a small bonus at work also. But I mean, it was nothing crazy, right? It wasn't like we received a bonus and it was $800. It was, it was a couple $100s, if that. Mine was smaller than that. But anyway, it was a bonus, so it's something super exciting, and obviously we were super grateful for it. But knowing that $300 that we got wasn't enough to get our emergency fund started, we had to also think about what we could do to get some extra income going and to bring in some extra money that wasn't allocated towards bills already. So one of the things that we did, that my husband did, is he is a licensed massage therapist, and he's certified. It's something that he did actually, that he was doing when we met, and so he's been a massage therapist forever. And so one thing he did was he decided to utilize that skill. It wasn't what he was doing full-time, of course, at the time. He only had really a few extra clients that he would go out and massage still, because he is in ministry now. So it's not his full-time focus at all. But when we sat down and we said, we need to get this money together, we thought to each other, okay, well, why don't you get some extra clients going, extra massages in, as many as you can get in within these next few weeks, and see how that goes. So he was able to do that, and that really catapulted us to start our emergency fund, and it also allowed him to continue keeping those clients. So they become regular clients, and that's allowed us to increase our income. Another thing that I've done, because I don't have an extra side profession that I can pull on, one thing that I've done is I've gone to family and I've said, hey, would you like me to clean your house for you? Would you like me to do a special project for you? What can I do for you that you don't want to do, or that you don't have time to do, or that is a little bit hard for you to do, and that you'd be willing to pay someone for? So one person that I actually do this with frequently is my mom, because she does not have time to clean her house. Her house. She and my stepdad live in a large 2-story house, and they both work a lot, and my mom has late night meetings all the time, and on the weekends, no one wants to sit around and just clean all day. So I will go to my mom and say, would you like me to clean the house? Set a date and I'll come over and I'll just take care of it, or I'll take care of a certain portion. And this particularly comes in handy when we got started with our process of putting away our emergency fund. It was right before the holidays, and of course with holiday entertaining, you have to clean before, you have to clean after, you have to clean during. So that was a really great time for me to be able to go to my mom, or go to anyone else and say, hey, I'll go ahead and clean your house for you. It'd be the same amount of what you would pay a housekeeper to do, because my mom will call a housekeeper to come in because that's how little she likes cleaning or has time to clean. So I will take a fraction of what the housekeeper will, or house cleaner will, and I'll do it for you. And tell me what is exactly that you want, what is it you need, how you like things done, and I will do it to that specification. So that's the first step, is the first tip is to offer a service, whether you have a profession or something that you can fall back on and that you have been trained in and certified in, that you know that you can offer to someone that people would pay for, or whether you don't, whether it's something that you can do like I do, like house cleaning or walking someone's dogs. Maybe you have an elderly neighbor who has a hard time walking their dogs frequently. Offer to walk their dogs for them. Quote them a price that you think is reasonable, but is something that is cheaper than what they would call someone else to come and do, and let that be an agreement between you. You never know what can happen unless you ask, so I definitely encourage you to ask, and that will help you to earn some extra income. Second way that you can earn a little extra income is to pick up some extra hours at work. Now, if you're paid hourly and you can do overtime or extra hours or pick up someone's shift, definitely do so. Obviously, you know your family, you know your situation, and how much time you can spend away from your family, away from your home, and on other obligations. So keep in mind what your other obligations already are, but allow yourself to, stretch a little bit, to give some extra time. And I will tell you that having been in a managerial role, that is something that you totally appreciate and value in an employee, is someone who's willing to say, hey, I'll stay late if you need me to. Hey, if there's an extra shift that you need someone to cover this week, I'm your person. Give me a call, I'll be here. And let that be a great way that, A, you can establish a greater relationship and a greater trust and loyalty to your job, but also it helps you to get some extra income that you weren't counting on. So the third way that I have to earn some extra income is to sell something. We did a lot of this in our beginning, and actually we still do a lot of this, in getting our debt paid off. We look around, or I do frequently, and say, what am I not using? What do I not need? What is truly not a necessity that we have that I can sell and make some additional money, and we can put that towards a debt, we can put it towards our emergency fund when we were putting money away for our emergency fund, etc. So take a look around. You have tons and tons of things that people would value and people would want, and you can sell them at a discounted rate, of course, if they're in good condition, and be honest about the condition. There are tons of resources to do this on. Also Facebook, you can do it on eBay, you can do it on Craigslist. There are a lot of different places. There's even an app called OfferUp that is specific to like your area that you can sell things on also. So right now my husband and I are working on selling 2 couches that we have and an old car, which is a huge thing. It's my actually old car, and I have been hoping against hope that we will get it to run and that my stepdad will be able to fix it, and it's just not happening. So we are going to go ahead and let it go. We're going to sell it for obviously what it's worth. It's not running right now, so we can't sell it for what we'd sell a running car for, but that is a great opportunity to make some extra income to put towards our debt. So those are my 3 tips for how to earn some extra income in your no-spend month. I hope your no-spend is going well. Be sure to check in with me next week as I share another video and another tip on how to have a successful no-spend month. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you later.